I'm going to turn Minecraft into the most immersive space exploration experience possible, featuring customizable rockets, tech-based quest trees, extraterrestrial life, and plenty more. And I'm going to walk you through step by step how I made this happen. But before we start, let me mention, the completed mod pack is on version 1.20.1, and everything you need will be in this video's description. While you're down there, consider subscribing. But for now, let's get into it. The first thing I started with adding was actually the shaders for the pack, for which I chose Astralex. Now, why were these specific shaders so important? This right here. The night sky is unlike any I've ever seen, and would make any aspiring astronaut yearn for the stars. These shaders are also extremely customizable, so make sure to tweak them to your liking. While we're working on the visual elements, we may as well hold up on the complex mods and add a few more small mods that fit the space theme visually. First up, we'll add Reimagined GUI Dark, which gives the game's UI a clean look in the dark theme, and even changes the look of the inventory for a kind of futuristic look. Then, we can add Simple Text Overlay, which displays important info on the bottom right corner of the screen, such as time and current biome, as well as a compass on the top of the screen. Combine this with Journey Map, which gives your screen a customizable mini-map for a completely reimagined UI. Another added benefit of Journey Map is the ability to set waypoints, by default using the J key. These waypoints will prove to be extremely beneficial when traversing different unfamiliar planets. Now the last small mod we would add is Advancement Plaques IM, which shows a sci-fi themed plaque whenever you make an advancement, adding just a touch more to the visual experience. Now for the real mods, where the obvious next step was finding a core space mod to work with. And for this, I had to go with Ad Astra. This mod adds all of the items we would need to start exploring the stars, including rockets, spacesuits, and all sorts of advanced machinery. This is also the mod that adds most of the celestial bodies we can explore, along with customizable space stations. I also made sure to include some popular add-ons for this mod, including extra editions and Planets Plus, which provide more planets and craftable items for Ad Astra. With over 25 celestial bodies across 5 different star systems, you can explore and engage with alien civilizations, collect rare ores, and design complex extraterrestrial bases. The progression of this mod, in my opinion, is what makes it so great. The items needed to progress in the mod are found on whatever current planet or moon you're able to get to at that time. To make this easier to understand, I made sure to create an easy-to-follow quest line, but more on that later. For now, we'll install a few tech mods to help us reach and navigate space. First up, one of the most popular tech mods of all time, Mechanism. This mod focuses on resource processing and automation, and works in tandem with Ad Astra, especially for refined ore production. This mod also offers alternatives to the standard Ad Astra power generation, which will provide essential for space travel. On top of this, Mechanism offers some extremely configurable options for late-game armor, weapons, and tools. Using specific modules, you can customize your equipment for whatever task your space adventure might require. This mod has a ton of content alone, so be sure to explore what it has to offer. But before we add too much more, we'll eventually be running into a lot of new items, and they're going to take up a lot of room in default chests. So to fix this, I've added Simple Storage Network. As the name states, this is an easy-to-understand storage mod to help keep your items organized. Simply connect all of your chests to the inventory controller, and boom! Looking for that one specific item becomes a thing of the past. Not to mention, everything this mod adds looks the part for the pack. On the topic of looking the part, I also included the extremely popular Create mod. Create and Ad Astra are stylistically very similar, but equally just as unique. Create focuses on using torque to create power, and includes seemingly unlimited configurations for any contraption you could possibly think of. But truth be told, I primarily added Create for aesthetic purposes, as the decorative blocks are some of the best out there. But some of these contraptions will absolutely prove useful for us astronauts, namely the sand filter, which is used to purify water, which you now need to sustain yourself with the Thirst Was Taken mod. This mod adds a bar above your hunger that requires you to stay hydrated. I figured since Ad Astra already makes you worry about oxygen, with items like tanks and airlocks, I may as well make it a bit more realistic and add thirst to the equation. Don't worry though, it's not an extremely difficult mod. And if you are worried about how to navigate these challenges, you can check out the quest book, where I've made custom quests for the main mods in this pack. By entering your inventory and looking in the top left corner, you can access these quests. This is intended to help players understand how to navigate around using multiple mods for a specific goal. The quests available are primarily there to show how they correlate with Ad Astra, so there's plenty of content past what you see in the quest book. If you're interested in what else you can do, I've added a quest under each mod that provides a link to said mod's wiki or information page in the text chat. Now, you might have noticed a mod here in the quest book I haven't mentioned yet: Extermination. If you already know what this is, I'm so sorry, but I had to make something in the pack a threat. This mod adds the horrifying tripods from War of the Worlds to the game. These nearly unstoppable war machines spawn during random world events and will seek out nearby players. Luckily, they're weak to explosives such as grenades, and drop some powerful items that make them worth the fight. If, of course, you choose to fight them. The good news is, as long as you're not on Earth, the tripods won't spawn. That's just one more reason to take to the stars. But even with all these new mods, I can't help but think that something's missing. That's what it is. We've been to plenty of new and interesting planets, but the world we come back to is honestly pretty boring. To fix this, I've installed Terralith, which overhauls the default world gen and gives us over 100 new biomes to explore. Combine this with dynamic trees and better leaves, and the overworld becomes something entirely new, almost as if it was a whole new planet to explore. Now with these last few mods, you've got the perfect world to call home, as you traverse the faraway galaxies in the ultimate Minecraft space exploration experience.